Hi guys, and welcome back to class. In our last class we discussed undoing and redoing actions in Adobe Premiere Pro. Well, in this lesson we're going to be discussing importing and managing audio files in Adobe Premiere Pro. So let's jump right in. So why do we import audio files? Well, importing audio files lets you add sounds or music to your video to make it more exciting. So imagine adding a fun song to a birthday slideshow or putting sound effects in a game. It makes everything look more fun. So the first things we'll be doing is we're going to be importing our audio files that we're going to be using in this lesson. So come down to the project panel, you click on import media, then it's located right inside my document. I scroll down into articulate media. I'm going to be seeing the project files for the audio project that we're jumping right into. So this is it. I'm going to be selecting everything and I'm going to be clicking on import. So now that I have my files right inside my timeline, these are my audio files. The ones selected in green, the ones that have the spectrum and waveform in them are the audio files. Well, and I have one video file here. So one of the first things you can do is to drag your audio file inside your timeline. So I can decide to select these three, or I hold my command or control and I click on the files I would like to select, and I'll drag them right into my timeline. So in this case now I have audios of different sounds. Let's play the first one and see what it sounds like. That's cool. Then I have a noisy classroom. Then I have another sound. Amazing. So one of the first things I'll be teaching you how to do is to adjust the length of the audio clip. So if the audio is too long, you can click on the end of the audio, select it, hold it and drag it. It's more like trimming your video clips, like I taught in some classes back. So when you play this, it has been cut, so you definitely know that this is no longer the full length. So another thing is to manage volume. Well, if you would like to manage volume, I always like to expand my timeline panel. I'll double click, then I'll use this horizontal lever and I come to my left. Then you are going to see white line that more like divides the audio file. Well, if you drag this, if you left click, if you hold and you drag this is basically adjusting the volume of your audio clip. So when you bring this down, of course the volume goes low. So let's play this with the space bar. I believe you can see how low or how down this sounds, but when I increase it, it goes way higher. So one of the things you can also do as well is to right click and go to audio gain. So when you go to audio gain, you can increase this. In this section now, you can adjust your gain by, let's click on a figure of 2, press OK. It's pretty loud. Let's go for 3, louder than before. Then we're going to be double clicking right back into it. And one of the ways you can also adjust your audio volumes is when you use the audio clip mixer. So right here, according to the layers that we have in Adobe Premiere Pro, this audio file now actually helps. This audio mixer actually helps you when you are on the first layer. This is it. When you're on the second layer, this is it. So when I decide to bring down my second audio right down below, I'm going to be having another channel that is created here, as you can see. So when I click on this, let me take this down to the third layer. We have one more layer created, and we can adjust for three of them differently. So let's start with the last one. You can see the spectrum as it goes. So if I can decide to increase this, bring it down. Mind you, it does not affect the lever or the volume adjuster inside this audio file. So I'm going to be leaving this on this level. Then for the noisy classroom, we are going to be having, when I click on the play, this is what we have. So I'm going to be bringing these down. Exactly. While for this, I'll be taking it up. Let's see. Amazing. So one of the things you can also do as well, let's say you would like to probably mute a particular channel. You can mute a particular layer and you won't hear the sound. So when you want to mute, you have to come down right here where you see the letter M or the letter S. The letter S is for solo track. I'm still going to be explaining on that. Then if you would like to record voiceovers, then you can use this button to record voiceovers. When you click on it, you start right away. So but we are going to be muting this channel. So let's see. You see, definitely cannot hear anything. So when you bring in audio files into this layer, they are automatically muted. You do not need to actually start to mute one by one. So when we take this up to the first layer again, this is what we have. Bring this down. Mind you, the middle layer is still muted. That's the channel 2 is still muted. So I guess that will be that about muting tracks and managing audio in Adobe Premiere Pro. So in our next lesson, we're going to be discussing audio editing and adjustment. So we're going to be going and diving deeper into how we can adjust audios, how we can add very simple effects, how we can fade audio, how we can do a lot more with the audio. I'll also be teaching you how to remove background noises. I believe you feel like that's magic, but those are one of the things we will be treating in our next class. So bye for now.